Come live. Nobody here. No one. No one. Nobody. Holy crap. All right. Well, oh, 5 people arrived. You got me off guard. 5 people. All right, man. So here it is, man. This lays out my show here for tonight. I assume, like me, many out there are kind of watching the Gabby Petito case and the search for Brian Laundrie. So I wanted to go live and kind of discuss this because it's really since last week. It's been a long week, and I have some questions, and I believe most people out there do as well. Now, the other night, I'm sitting here, and here's kind of my take on this. I don't own a television. I haven't owned a television in 20 years. I don't think, and whenever somebody's telling me about something, they say, "Oh, that guy from that one show." That one show, man. I don't know what that is. So, in trying to view this, I normally go to YouTube. I go to WFLA Live. I think it's HJB, and they run like a live, but it's a recorded live. And so it'll start repeating. Then you go back and hit the next live. And that's kind of how I've been keeping up on this case. Now, was it last night? Maybe it was last night. I go to Fox News because I assume that if I go to Fox News Live, that they'll have the headline that he was caught before anything would appear on YouTube. So I go there, and their big story was that Dog the Bounty Hunter arrived at the laundry house and was not, So I go there, and I'm watching this live. He's knocking on the door. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Now, I know of him because people have told me about Dog the Bounty Hunter, and I've seen him. I've seen the guy, and I think he's related to Randy Macho Man Savage. He's got to be. But anyway, he's knocking on the door. He's knocking on the family's door. Now, my first thought on this, because Dog the Bounty Hunter is a reality TV star. And of course, I see reality TV as it's not really reality, So I thought, well, why is he making an appearance, at this family's house when there's a dead girl who's been murdered and, his whereabouts may tell as to what happened, And I thought, why is he on there kind of making a reality TV scene moment out of it? And I thought it just seemed kind of strange. Now, with that in mind, I'm watching, what Dog the Bounty Hunter is saying. And I could maybe have this a little bit in a reverse. Because, if I'm looking at Dog the Bounty Hunter, and I'm sure that he's a big star out there, and I'm sure everybody knows who he is, but he gets a lot of tips. He's going to get more tips called into him probably than what the FBI would, because people know Dog the Bounty Hunter, and they're going to fill him in with any tips that they have. Now, apparently this had happened because after he knocked on the door and the dog was walking away, reporter comes up, "What are you doing here?" I said, "What do you think?" Well, and I'm thinking like, okay, well, he's looking for Brian Laundrie. He's a bounty hunter. That's what he's doing. Maybe try to get reward money. But he didn't really say anything. But again, here was my thought on the dog. Well, how's he going to expect to find Brian Laundrie before the FBI does? I mean, the FBI is working on some real severe intelligence. Now, I say that, and I know that the FBI is sticking their foot in it. As a prime example, I mean, they go to the Laundrie house, they go in, they talk to him, and they start searching the Carlton Reserve. This giant reserve, and they're putting all of this time, all of this money, all of this people into searching there. And my thought when they started doing that was, why are you doing that? Do you not see this guy's been home for a while and they cooked this up as a direction to lead you when it's not really where he's at? Now, he wasn't at the reserve, to my knowledge. Now, dog gets on the case. So where does he go, man? I think it was Camp DeSoto. I think it was Fort DeSoto or something like that. And he's saying that he had a tip that said that he was there the other day. That Thursday, this the Thursday before, he became missing, so to speak, that him and his family had arrived there. There was three people in the vehicle. Now, when they left on the 8th, there was only two people in the vehicle. And he said, Brian's been here. So if he was there, then where does that place him now? I mean, understand, Brian's out there and Brian has to eat. Brian has to maintain some source of electric, for a phone so that he can keep an information as to what's going on. There's a lot going on here, and it is very much as if, and I believe, that the family had already preset him up a place through that week when they was gone, and that's where he's been located ever since. That's my thought on it. Now, I don't know where that is, and honestly, I don't care whether it's the dog or the FBI or somebody just turns him in or he turns himself in. Brian needs caught. Brian needs caught because, look, it's one thing to run and talk to a lawyer about how you're going to handle questions once they get you in there. I understand that. I mean, I do understand that. But not turning yourself in after that means you're a criminal, that you are trying to escape justice. And I hope that that is not where he's at. I hope that he is not trying to flee the situation, in such a way as that he can get someplace and escape justice for what happened. I don't know what happened, but I do know that he knows what happened. And that's why they got to find him. So I want the guy caught. Now, I was going to have a live show, and I wanted to have somebody on my show. I wanted somebody to be here where I could interact and talk to, and but you know what? Nobody did. Nobody wanted to. Apparently, nobody wanted to be on my show, or they didn't have time to answer my Facebook in 5 minutes. So I do not have anybody to run this to. So if you would like to be on my show, let me know and send me an email right here at this email address, and I'll send you an invite. You'll be right on my show, even on your cell phone. You'll be right on my show, talking away, letting people know what you believe. This pompous retired detective in a hole is bashing dog. I don't know who that is. Who's the retired detective? Pompous retired detective. I doubt that. I do. I don't think that they do. In fact, I think that they would probably look at dog as a guy who's probably got some good resources. As a guy who can get like a lot of information out of the public. And I mean, look, I heard him talking on WFLA Live that it'd be kind of cool if the FBI joined forces with the dog. Could probably get someplace a little bit faster than what they are solo. But again, I mean, this is my take. I mean, like, who's going to come up with that? We got him. This is where he's at. We nailed him. Now, if I had a way, and I'll tell you what I need in this world, I need a friend that's got a car and plenty of time to go places. Because right now, where I need to be is down in Florida looking for Brian Laundrie. I need that friend who's got like a big van that says Mystery Machine on it, just pops up and says, "Hey, Catman, let's go. Let's head to Florida, man. Like, why are you sitting here just hanging out with your dog? Come on, let's go." Like, who in the hell is that person? Do what? Just confusing with Chris covering it? Who is Chris? Now, I'm sorry I'm asking like this, but I don't really know. What detective? Hey, Lollipop, how you doing? See, I'm not sure what detective, and that could be like on what you guys are watching. And if you let me know, then I can watch what you guys are watching. See, see how it would work. I don't know who that is. I like no idea. I okay, okay. Yeah, I will check the. I will check into that. Ah, I see. All right, hold on. All right. No. Okay, no. Well, yeah, I don't think. I mean, if you're talking about dog, I wait. Huh? Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I mean, dog. I don't think anybody's like really sicking on the guy. I mean, I think, look, man, if I seen a guy who was on the run and I knew he was a fugitive, possibly for murder, I would call law enforcement. I mean, there's no way I would go up and confront somebody like that, man. You don't know if their thought is kill anybody. You don't know, man. But I mean, like if I seen the guy, I don't think anybody's going to go attack the guy. I mean, that's just my thought. I don't know that. But now, you know what? I was watching that the other night because I had made mention last week, man, of the lady that was out in front of the laundry house who had the megaphone. She's still there. Okay. She is still there. Now, Walt, and I guess he's a reporter on WFLA out of Florida, he was talking about that. And he said the identical that I was going to. He's like, I don't know what to say about that. He goes, they got a right to do that, but it's like, why? Why would you continue to do that when cops are trying to talk, when people are trying to tell you something? Why would you just be trying to overshout them like that? And he said it's like the next best thing to vigilantism. And that is the way I look at it. That is, when I heard that lady out there that night, man, my blood was boiling. I thought somebody needs to go over and just backhand her. Say, lady, shut up, man. Just shut up. Pow. Nobody ever does that shit. Now, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Now the other night when the dog was like knocking on the laundry house, apparently they called the cops. Which could say they either knew who it was or thought it was a like I don't know, some kind of wrestling bystander that was like trying to get involved. But yeah, called the cops on the dog. You would really? Oh man, I wouldn't attack him. I mean, I wouldn't attack the guy. I'd be like, hey, dude, come with me. Go attack the guy. Jeez. I don't know. I'd be doing that. But then again, look, I'm not Marvelous Marvin, though. I let him have it. Well, now you see, that is the thing. I think that a lot of people like know who Dog is, from his show. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine, a real old friend, probably the oldest friend I have on record, going back to like second grade, you know. I was talking to him, man, and he was talking about Dog. Well, he watches TV, He loves to watch TV. So when I'm talking to him and I'm telling him about this, he's all like, "Whoa, the dog," and he was telling me about this, and I'm listening intently because, I only know, like, as to what I believe I know concerning the dog. I've never watched the show. Now, I had seen him one time on at somebody's house when they was watching this show or whatnot, and I seen his old lady, and she big lady. She was a big lady. And my friend told me, he says, well, and I forget how he phrased it. He goes, I don't know what he's doing now that his old lady died. I'm like, his old lady died? Man, I didn't know that. I thought he still had the show. You see where I'm at? I was like really lost on all this. I thought the dog had a big show out there right now. Apparently no, though. But this is how everybody knows him because, he had a big show. He was a bounty hunter guy. And let me tell you something. If there is one job that I would love to do, it would be bounty hunting. Who wouldn't like to do that? Like, hey, dude, guess what? You're under arrest, pal. Come with me. That'd be cool. I could see where somebody would get like a lot of appreciation out of doing a job like that. But now it would only be for like murder or something. I wouldn't go arrest somebody for just any kind of running, but for murder or something where they got to pay the price. Yeah, totally. It'd be like a cool job to have. Now, I had a friend who did bounty hunting. I don't know if you guys know this or not. And I was telling my friend about my other friend last night. And, maybe he'd know some stuff about getting into bounty hunting. It might be my next move. Michael J. Cat, bounty hunter. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't have a bounty hunting face. Well, no, man, I'm with you. But if I saw the guy, I guess is my take on it. If I saw and knew it was him, I probably wouldn't go up like, hey, are you right? I wouldn't be that dude. I would keep an eye on where he's at and call law enforcement and say, if you get here, this is where he's at. But I don't think I would really go up to say anything to him. It's not like he's wanted dead or alive, where you can like. So I don't think that I would really confront the guy. I would just let them know where he's at. Wait, 170,000? I take that back. I would pound that bastard's head in. I'd take a stick and I would whack it across his head. That Brian Laundrie would not get away from Michael J. Cat. Know that. Oh, yeah, well, the bridge guy. Yeah, the bridge guy. Yeah, but that differs in a big way. That does, because that was very purposely done. That was brutally committed upon two innocent people. Whereas I do believe somewhere in the back of my brain, I think that Brian committed the murder. He's the one that inflicted the death upon her, but I don't think that it was purposely done. I don't think he looked at her and thought, I'm going to kill you. I think that it was something where his anger got out of control and he hurt her bad. And after that, if you think about it, he killed what he believed to be the love of his life. And there he is sitting at a park thousands of miles from home, knowing his life's over, man, that now, I'm a murderer. I killed this person. So I think that there is a difference between that, that there's the purposeful and then there was the, oh my God. And, once I seen what had happened, like that. So I think that there is a difference on that. I think that, you know what, man, I'll tell you what, I take this in a way, in kind of a bizarre way. But there was this guy that was talking about this dude up in Canada that was on a bus Now, this guy apparently had some big long knife, and some guy had sat down beside him. Well, this guy's like, I think he came from China, I believe. And him and his wife were like starting off, and, he was working at this job. Anyway, man, so he doesn't even know he's schizophrenic. He's on this bus. This guy sits down, and while they're driving, man, he stands up, hacks the guy's head off, and is holding it. And everybody gets off of the bus. Meanwhile, he's like eating parts of this guy. Now, the guy was talking about this, that the guy was schizophrenic. And it was not known that he was until it got to a point where something like this occurred. Now, the guy says, well, if the guy got help, and I mean, you could see when the guy was in the courtroom where they was, asking, that he's like, yes, I did it. Please kill me. I mean, he knew that he had did this. Now, that was very bizarre. And the guy says that they released him after like 10 years in a mental hospital. They end up releasing this guy. He says, now, you might not feel good about that because this was very brutal. This was a very graphic, horrific murder that he did on an innocent person. But the guy was insane. The guy was completely insane. And, it was when he came out of it on medication, and and it was a very long road. And he figured that in the end, that this guy had paid the price, and I'm like, I agree. And I think in this case right here, that while it wasn't purposeful, I think that once this guy is found, goes to court, convicted, however that's going to fly, I think that in the end, he probably won't do real long. And again, I don't think that it was something purposefully done. I don't know that. Of course, I don't know anything about what happened to her. I don't even know how she died. I mean, like, I'll tell you like this, if she was stabbed through the chest 50 times, I'm going to say I was like absolutely wrong on it not being purposeful. But I don't think that's the case. I really don't. Hey, Bruce, what's up, dude? Katie? I don't know. Penny? How you doing, Penny? Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm down. Okay. You're probably going to need to know where to pick me up, right? You know what? Reach me when you get to Burlington. You're almost there. Now, see? There it is, man. The dog. Man, I got to wonder, man, like, what is there to bounty hunting? Don't you just have to know where the guy is, know who his friends are, the people he's going to contact, watch their house, wait for him to arrive? That seems like easy, man. It seems like, man, I'm just parked out in my van waiting for this guy to show up so I can go in and arrest him, get some big money. Come on, man. Hey, if anybody wants to go do that with me, please contact me. Please contact me. We'll set it up. Damn. 23 minutes. Feels like I've been on there an hour. Yeah. Yeah. Well, this young lady, man. Young lady out doing, with her fiance. I mean, nobody expected what happened. I mean, that was the bizarre part of it. I mean, when I first seen it, when I first caught this, it was known that he was already back in Florida. He had already been to his house. They knew that he had contacted an attorney and that the attorney was speaking to police for him. So that's where it picked up. Now, from where it picked up over a week ago, they've been out there at that reserve, searching high and low. And I assumed right out the bat that was probably just crap. They wasn't going to find him there, and they should have known better. Really, my first guess was he was still in the house. But in looking at the information they now have, I do believe that his family and him went elsewhere when he first got back. But I think that the really, really big question is this: why would they, his family and his lawyer, keep him hidden? For what reason? Why keep him hidden for that long? He's got to go in and talk about it. They know that. So why would they continually have him hidden for this long? There's got to be a reason for that. Yeah, that would be. When I get my town contracts, I'm not sure what that is, Bruce. What is my town contracts? Oh, no. You know what, man? My vape just started messing up, and I was toward the end. Honest to God, swear this to you. First time in 3 days. 3 days that I even picked up anything with nicotine in it. It's a cigar butt that was in the ashtray, and I thought, hey, I need nicotine, and it makes me look like Columbo. One more thing, sir. See, you know what? You probably wouldn't even have known it wasn't Columbo. I fool myself in the mirror sometimes. Hey, what up? Tanya Frisbee, Katie, Miss H, and on and on. Lollipop, Bruce Davis, and Alley Cat. Pleasure you guys are here, man. That's right, man. Lieutenant Columbo. It's me, everybody. It's me, Lieutenant Columbo. You know what? Seriously though. I mean, this is just me. This is just me on this. But I think of all like investigators in like history, I would probably rank Columbo number 2 behind Sherlock Holmes. I mean, but definitely Columbo. The guy had a mind for it. I mean, on the show, the guy was supernatural. You'd never seen it, but he was always thinking. He was always ahead of the game. Yeah, exactly. You know what? I did see that. Oh, hey, take care, Marvelous Marvin, man. Have a good evening, and thank you for being here. That his mother, not at now. This is what they were saying on Hey JB. Now it's on WFLA. He was talking about her being a DA, but he couldn't find anything on it. And somebody came on and said that she was the secretary to the DA. I don't know which is true. I don't know if she was the DA or the secretary. If anybody knows that for sure or can find out, let us know. That would be cool as all get out. Yeah. Best catchphrase ever, man. One more thing, sir. Real quick. I want to take a second. It's really more for the captain. He's a stickler. You know what I mean? It's not me so much. Well, was she a clerk? Or she worked in the DA's office? Is what we got to know. Because until we know, I'm guessing with the rest of it. You know what? This is what I do, and this burns me. And I wish I didn't do this. And I apologize to anyone and everyone who has ever reached me in the history of the last 5 years. I cannot remember a name online. I cannot remember who did or said anything. Now, I know last week somebody wanted me to look into the disappearance of Summer Wells, and I did. But I mean, there isn't anything enough to do like a show concerning on yet. But I have looked into it. Now, somebody said something last week about Summer something and Utah Wells, and I'm like, well, look, man, they wanted me to look into it. I'm okay. So I did anyway. I did. And I'm keeping this open because everybody want to know, well, what are you going to do after Delphi? Well, I don't know, man. Probably hit the beach for a minute. You know, that'll be over. It'll be like a long portion of my life that will be over. Thankfully, when it's over. Hang on. You know, I say that, but here's the truth. Since the beginning of the Delphi case, yeah, Summer Moon, Utah Wells, that was her. Wow, that's weird, man. That is weird. Wow, strange. But anyway, since the beginning of the Delphi case, I have met so many people, man. And I don't know that anybody out there that really knows me, that knows me, like personally knows me. I'm not really a big people person. It's not like I have anything against people, but I just really never go out and meet people. But it's like if you got a channel where you're live and people see you, that people, and when you meet them, it's really cool because I mean, I've never met anybody like from this case that I felt was a bad person. Everybody I've met, they've all been really good people and their heart's in the right place and they're just really good people. And I mean, I would not have changed that for anything, because I've met some really, really good people through this. And I mean, everybody that I've met, you know who you are. And, I know who you are. But that was probably the big thing about Delphi is that it really opened the door where I got to meet people. And I don't go meet people. I really don't. So, and it's not that I want Delphi to go away. I want what everybody wants. I want justice, and I want justice for the person that committed that crime. You know, look, my glasses are all like this and stuff. And because that's what we all want. That is what's needed there in Delphi. Ah, yeah. And again, and I'm probably putting John Walsh in the same boat as I am with Dog the Bounty Hunter. When I hear John Walsh, I think one thing: his son was murdered. He become famous. This and that, and now everybody looks at him, and it's that like Nancy Grace, he's a face. He's a face, and when you see his face, you think crime, investigation. This guy will go find, and I don't really see anything in John Walsh's side of that. It was like he did the take on Delphi. Well, there wasn't anything new that came out of that. It was just him relaying the message, for law enforcement. Now, the other day, and God, man, I forget what it was. No, it was Gabby Petito. And she was on some news show, and I forget what it was. It had to have been on Fox. And when I clicked on that, it started running this interview that they was doing with her. And as soon as I saw it was her, as soon as I saw it was Nancy Grace, I'm like, nope. So I will not listen to that lady. Man, I watched her on, what was that, Dr. Oz? And she's like, that's the hell he made it good, and I'm all like, what is it? This lady's an idiot. She don't even know what she's talking about. But she's the face, man. She's the face people want to say, oh, she knows stuff. No, she don't, man. She is on TV and she's got a contract, and that bitch don't know nothing inside of sensationalizing the case. Period. That's her job. Sensationalize case. Oh, yeah. Did you get the COVID? Did you? Did you catch the COVID? It's going around. You know what? It's creeping around like a virus. Everybody here has had COVID. And I bet if I was to ask everybody here, do you think it came out of Wuhan, China, caused by people eating like live bats and shit? They'd probably go, no, I've had the flu and it was worse than that. Yeah, crazy. But it's killing everybody. Everyone will die. There's a man. There's a man behind that tree. There he is. And you've seen it right here. You had the Delta. Oh, you know what? I don't know if mine was the Delta or if I just got the CV-19. I don't know, man. I know this. I didn't need a ventilator. You know, I wasn't keeling over. People wasn't in here trying to bring me back. Wait, what? You had what? Did you had COVID? So you had COVID. And like I say, everybody here, man, where I live at, absolutely everybody's had what's going around. Everybody. Yes, it did. You're right. It was my Dr. Pepper and the Pib Extra that pulled me through. You know, without them, I would have died. I wouldn't have made it. You know, yeah, but you say a bad flu. Now, at any time in my life when I caught the flu, I can say one thing: that shit was bad, because the flu is bad. You know, it sucks. You got the flu. I don't think it's a bad flu. I mean, I didn't see anybody running around with like flu-like symptoms. Some, yeah, you know, lost their taste, you know, felt like crap for a few days, diarrhea, woo-whoop-de-woo. Yeah, there was. Wait, what? All right. So anyway, I mean, I'm kind of out of the information here, unless somebody wants to be on. If you want to be on, notify me. Send me a letter right there at Mr. Cat 420, because there was 419 Mr. Cats before me. That's why. How do you get out of the COVID? Vitamins. Well, you know what? In the original sense of it, it was quinine and zinc. It's what Trump was pushing. I didn't throw up. I didn't throw up, but I thought I was going to about 5 or 6 different times where I got a little nauseous. I lost my appetite. Seriously lost my sense of taste for almost a week. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that's COVID." I'm like, well, crap. Well, guess you can't quarantine yourself fully, can you? Hopefully, it's not a bioweapon. Oh, really? Unsolved Indiana? Oh, dog. Well, now, here's my take on the dog. If he found him, if the dog found him, okay, well, I don't think that they could take away any credit. I mean, he would get the reward money. Am I right? What? Quercetin. I don't even know what that is, dude. I mean, you know what? At first on that, I heard, oh. Got you. Okay. Yeah, that's a, so I never heard of that. Now I heard it was quinine. And when I first heard that, because I heard that a malaria remedy was shown to be helpful with C19. Now, here's what's weird. I remember back when I was a little bitty kid, no taller than that, really, just a little dude. And I was watching, this is back in the day when Planet of the Apes was a TV series on television. I remember that day. I'm that fucking old. So I remembered that on there, because I was big Planet of the Apes fan when I was this tall. And I remember I was like watching the series, which was very short lived. It didn't last long. But, anyways, through one of them, they had malaria. So, how did they do this? They had to go get this tree, scrape the bark off of it, boil it into a thing to where they would drink that to get the quinine. So, and for whatever reason, I remembered since I was this tall that quinine helped with malaria. Now, when I was little, probably a year after that, if that, we had tonic water in the kitchen, and I was looking at it, and at the bottom it said contains quinine. So I said, is this the same quinine that they used for malaria? My grandma was like, oh no, but it probably, and I took a sip, and it tasted bitter, and I thought, okay, well, this must be, and it is. You can get some quinine from tonic water, which is made out, and I forget the name of the tree. They take that from. But anyway, it is a source of quinine. Uh-huh. Now, see, this is what I was speaking of right here. Now, this is a man who has, in his past, bounty hunted. Right here, you're looking at it, right there. Now, what if he and I were in Florida right now looking for Brian Laundrie? Huh? What if that was the case? What if we was down there right now, man, up to here in the swamps seeking Brian Laundrie? Well, I mean, at the end, I think we'd have $170,000. I don't see people finding him before me. Call me a little over the top, maybe a little pompous, maybe a little arrogant, maybe a little bit. But I think I know what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, really? You know what? Believe it or not, I was probably around the same age. First time I ever grew a beard. I mean, like this right here, and people make the distinction that this is a goatee, it's not a beard, But now I go back so many years ago, I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to let it go, man. Just there you go, And I grew it out, man. It was a beard, dude, and it was kind of cool, and I had it for a while, man, quite a while. How long does it take to get that long? Well, like mine? Oh, I don't even know. I mean, I really don't. If you're asking about mine, I just let it go and shaved around it. It's just kind of taken place over time. All right. So, is there anybody here? Anybody? No. Nobody wants to be on. But you know what, man? This is why I got need to be like, screw you guys. You know what? I'll get on my phone and I'll call in myself. Yeah, I'll sit right here and do a damn interview with me. Now what? Well, Kat, what I was thinking was, well, I mean, I was kind of thinking the same thing. I mean, it's getting a little crazy how we're on the same page all the time, you and I. he goes to court on November the 1st. Uh, Now, hopefully, we'll be looking at a conviction shortly after that. And once he's convicted, this is when it starts to get real. It's when the word will start picking back up, Delphi, and but they will go down after his conviction and bring him in. I mean, they will. At least four states are going to go talk to him once he's got that conviction. So hopefully that's the ball rolling. That ends with a murder charge, multiple murder charges. Sharon? All right, well, let me see. 45 minutes. No, God, no. No, 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 no. No, I don't think that she posted that. Okay. It's not that he may walk. She said something about the now because she sent me an email. And she said the defense is like, well, they didn't read him his rights. They didn't have a search warrant. It's like, okay, when you're an attorney on the side of a defense that has like no defense, that's what you start talking about right there, because he don't have no defense. So the only thing he can get is, well, they didn't read him his rights. Well, you know how many times I've been arrested and one read my rights? Every single time. It don't fly. They don't care. Oh, they read him his rights. He's watched TV before he knew. I mean, they're not going to believe me. The one thing that is not going to happen is he goes to court for what he did to those three ladies, and they let him walk on that. That will not happen. It will not. He will not walk. And after he's convicted, it don't matter. Even if they said, okay, you can go home, well, they're still not giving him up, because you got four states that want to question him, and they're going to hold him right there until they go talk to him. So he ain't going anywhere. That's not happening. What tip? On Thomas Bruce, or are you talking about Brian Laundrie? Now, yeah, and this is another thing she asked me. She says, well, they wouldn't try to quash the evidence. I'm like, well, they can't quash the evidence, but in some things they did, but I don't know exactly what all they did get rid of. I am very unsure on that. And I kind of look at it like this. If you're looking at the evidence, you got two women that were right there. I mean, and I can go over the charges that were filed. Look, man, 3 counts of sodomy, 3 counts of sodomy, and one where he killed the lady and those other two women were right there. No way that man walks on that. They would never allow that to happen. Just wouldn't. Ah, all right. 48 minutes. Is anybody out there? Anybody got a question, comment, something along that line? Let me have it right down in the comment section. Go ahead. I'm standing by. isn't much to stand on. But unless they prove the cops didn't, there's, yeah, well, right. But how do you prove the cops didn't Miranda anything? I mean, I'm telling you right now, they go say, oh, yeah, when we got him in there, we told him. You know, there is no way, to my knowledge, believe me when I say this, I've known a lot of criminals. And I don't know too damn many that's like, oh, yeah, they arrested me, put the handcuffs on, immediately read me my Mirandas. Well, that don't happen. And we know it don't happen, man. We know it don't happen like that. Or otherwise, every case in almost the history of criminality would have been kicked out because they didn't read the Mirandas. Now, believe me, they don't read you your Mirandas. If that ever was brought up in court, they'll be like, oh, yeah, we read his Mirandas. Of course we did. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that, you know, he's going to get off. I don't think that they can really have anything that they can stand on like that. And believe me, if they let that man loose, people would kill him upon leaving the jail. They would not tolerate that. That man is a freaking monster. Know that. You know, I have no idea. I doubt that they did, because I don't think that they ever do. You know, I want to know how far an attorney can take that, because believe you me, there has never been one time when I could have, you know, that I could have told my attorney, well, they didn't read me my rights. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you. You know, they don't give a shit. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I am looking forward to this case. I mean, like when it goes to court, man, this is going to be good. And I don't think he'll be long. I mean, like if I go, well, hang on. Let me go get the charges, man, real quick. I know where they are. I know where I keep his charges at. I know exactly where they're at. Yeah. There you go. Charges. All right. Share that. Yeah. Boom. Okay. Here's his charges here. Blow him up some. All right, first degree murder, armed criminal conduct, felony, armed criminal action, sodomy or attempted sodomy, armed criminal action, sodomy or attempted sodomy, armed criminal action, kidnapping, first degree, armed criminal action, kidnapping, first degree, armed criminal action, kidnapping, first degree, armed criminal action, burglary, first degree, armed criminal action, tampering with evidence, and felony prosecution. That's evil. And again, they're not going to let that guy go on that, man. Believe you me. Oh, crap. It's like what they won't be doing. There wouldn't be any proof if they did or not, will there? What? Yeah, I do. I think that Ryan will be found alive. I don't think look, he's 23. Why would a 23-year-old, let me phrase it right, a 23-year-old kid want to go kill himself? He knows that he's in a very bad place. He knows that he probably never meant to kill her. And I think that right now he's very confused as to what he should do. But somebody needs to, like, you know, hit the guy and say, hey, you need to talk to the cops, pal. But I think he'll be found alive. I mean, if they was talking to him, if they had like a live way where they were speaking of him, he'd be talking about like he'd try to kill himself, because that's what a person does to try to get, like, you know, cops to like leave him be. You know, like they know where I'm at. Leave me be, man. Oh, I got a gun. I'll kill myself. You know, that's where they start bringing in like a negotiation team to talk to you, shit like that. But believe me, in the end, I don't think that they're going to let this guy kill himself. I doubt that. Yeah, back up there. I'm positive that he was read his rights at some point. I don't know when, but believe me, they always read you your rights sometime or another. I don't know. They've never videotaped them reading me my Mirandas. I know that. So make sure we get this on video. Yeah, the right to remain silent. No, wait. I take that back, but I did this one time because it was a lady officer, and she's like, you do have the right to remain silent. She's telling me, shut up, dude. Just shut the hell up. God, I was pissed, man. I was like way pissed. I was making a big deal about that. Yeah, that is bad. And I don't know how they would do that. I really don't. That would have to be in a bad way. And I mean, you know what? I could understand maybe at a psychologically level while the ladies didn't want to be in front of the guy. But if they had to testify to their story, they would probably take him out of the courtroom while they gave that to the jury. I mean, that would be my thought on it. I don't know how they would, but well, here's the thing, Anon Anon. I mean, I would back you on that. But the thing is, I mean, like, he don't know what charge he would get because law enforcement don't know exactly what happened or how. This is why they got to talk to him. Now, if it was like that, I mean, because look, if it was me, and I don't think that it would really matter in the way that it happened or not. But I mean, like, if you're the cause and you hurt somebody in such a way as that they died, that in the eyes of the law, that's murder. You murdered that person. You used your strength and you killed them and you did them in. But at the same time, you don't know what charge he would get. I mean, I don't think that they're going after first degree murder on him because I think that they probably know that this wasn't a purposeful killing. He didn't like grab her and just off her like that. It was probably his strength got the better of him in a heated argument, and whatever happened. But again, I don't know that. I mean, he don't have any charges filed against him. Now, if he's running because he did it accidentally and he didn't mean to, and he wanted to get some attorney advice on how to answer these questions when they come at him, that's one thing. I understand that. I get that. I mean, that's what you need to do. It don't matter who you are. You don't go talk to police about what's been done because they're going to use anything they can to say you did it purposely, and we're going to nail you for it. That's their job. Do you see where I'm at? That's the job of the police to do that. It is not to look for the lightest charge. It's to nail you balls to the wall. Now, he didn't want to talk to the police because he knew that would be coming. Now, that's fine. But now it's been like a week or so where you're on the run, and they've already said that it was homicide. You got to turn yourself in, period. I mean, I'm sure he ain't watching me, but if he was watching me, I'd be telling him, like, dude, you got to turn yourself in. They'll find and kill you. You got to turn yourself in, dude. There it is. All right, man. I got 2 minutes, and there ain't been a comment pop up in a minute. All right. Let me see a comment. You got time, but it ain't long. Well, apparently I was wrong. All right, man. Okay, so this has been Tuesday. I thank everybody for being here, man. All viewers, all commenters, all questioners, all people I know, all people I don't know, man. Thanks for being here. I will see you guys next Tuesday or before when they find him. When they find Brian, I'll go live. So keep your eyes on that. Peace, everyone. Catch you later.